Okay, so listen, everybody. Really, what this means is that this does not mean that. Really, what this means is that Winona Ryder is on her way to pick me up right now. Really, what this means is that it's plain to see that Winona Ryder has something going on with her life and everything like that. And I have no problem, like, helping out to that extent. I mean, this it's homeless people are not. We're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be. Subjugated or oppressed, in the first place. And so, I can't wait to see Winona Ryder. If I ever do get to see her, that's going to be terrific. But what I did just say is that Winona Ryder doesn't really have time for this right now. So, in other words, if that's true, then that's okay. And we need to do this like homelessness thing in Los Angeles. I think that I can see that I could be talking about Los Angeles because I'm from Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles. I could be talking about the homeless people. I could be talking about homelessness in Los Angeles. So, Balthazar or Drew, if you want to come find me, then we can talk about me. We can talk about Ray, or we can talk about homeless people like in Los Angeles. You know what I mean? And just like, we could just leave it at that because that's really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those two things. I'm talking about like myself, or I'm talking about homeless people in Los Angeles. So together we can all talk about those things. I just don't think it should be that much to help all these homeless people. There's really not that many of them, and it's the kind of thing like you would think that somebody would do that periodically. And, like Drew or Balthazar, Juliet, I saw you. I saw you at the Beverly Center. That's so funny. That's where we went on my first date with Nell when I was in the ninth grade, was at the Beverly Center. I was like up at the payphone. So, I mean, if you're from Los Angeles, Juliet, Lewis, if you're from Los Angeles and you want, it might make sense that, like if I'm calling all cars like from Los Angeles, you know what I mean? To come and pick up Ray. And how come we don't even just like do this thing like periodically or something, I can't believe this. I just got back and I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm still doing like what I'm supposed to be doing, like with my little sister, like, do you see me? I'm the most interesting guy. I'm not at my mom's. Do you see me at my mom's house, like stomping around on the front porch? Like, no. And like, do you see me at like my sister's work, like getting drunk and like smashing beers on the table? No. Okay. So like, that's an interesting Ray, He doesn't do this crazy thing like at his mom's house. He doesn't do this thing like at his sister's work or whatever, And, I was like, okay, yeah. That's like one of these things that I am. It's true, because there is that guy. No, I'm not that guy. And I mean, if I was like living in my apartment and I was listening to Christian music like on the radio, then I might just like walk out into the streets and like talk to this guy and be like, dude, do you want to sleep on my couch? And how come the rest of the world doesn't seem to understand that they are themselves, that they have a normal reaction to something sometimes, you know what I mean? Why doesn't anybody else understand that they have a normal reaction or a normal response? That it's okay to see yourself like driving around with a pickup truck filled with sleeping bags. Like, that's not, it's not like it's really something to be afraid of, basically. And, so, come on, just come get me. I know. You did what? You were talking to your sister on the phone about something that was happening in Ontario. there's three guys that just rode into town, like in this, where your sister lives. She's on the phone with your sister. There's three guys that just rode into town, and Susan's husband said that he's going to be out there giving him everything he got if she so much as sits out front on a rocking chair, right? Okay, whatever. In other words, I don't know what it's been going on like all this time. I know that people have things to think about in their life, and so like this is kind of one of those weird things that you might not know if it's going to be on the list of priorities or whatever. So I'm not supposed to leave Los Angeles, people, because I'm going to get lost, you know. I'd have to be somewhere else. If I was not here, I was somewhere else. And that other place, like where I am, why would I be there, you know? Jennifer, yeah. Oh, Jennifer and Juliet. I remember I saw you at the park. Jennifer, that was cool. That's just up by my friend Grant's house. And I've known him since I was a kid. And I went to his house once and we had dinner. I've eaten dinner at the table. I sat down at the table with his mom and his dad, and we're friends. And you know, like I said, that we were smoking pot, but that I knew how to paint street numbers, you know. And so, and Grant was like a telemarketer. I mean, we did smoke like marijuana when we were like 16 or 17 years old, but I don't do it now. You know what I mean? I don't know what else there is to say. I haven't done that like many years. I do still play guitar. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to be Jesus Christ, and like, I'm not going to prove to you that he is the good shepherd. You know, I could tell you a story where Jesus Christ was like the good shepherd for me. You know what I mean? Or he could just be the good shepherd, you know? But there's plenty of people out here, and you would, if you were this person's friend, if you knew what it was like to be this person, you would help that person, you would.